Judges Banquet. Thank you so much for coming this evening to support our Sea Princesses and our festival, okay? I'd like to introduce Brian Floyd. He's our president, to say a few words. The stairs are on this side.
I'm 6'2". Okay. Welcome everybody to this year's opening banquet for our princesses. Hopefully a sea goddess out of one of our very nice looking ladies up here. I know a few of you from school finally get out on your way to college. Congratulations. I'm glad. See my notes? For those who went to Oceanside, guess what I got? Found it in my jacket the last time I wore it, so it's a graduation ticket. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, families, parents, friends, these young ladies who are committing to a couple weeks of getting involved in the festival and what it does, what it brings to this community. We're in our 69th year. We're getting ready for a 70th in 12 more days. We'll start planning for the 70th. Yes. Again, I want to thank the city for their cooperation this past couple days. I know getting Public Works down, Harbor Master have been extremely helpful for us in making things happen on the grounds. Community for supporting us and what we're doing down there. We know it is an inconvenience, but we look at it and what we bring to the community, the business that it brings, the tourists, the interest, and we like to think that the economic value that we bring for our 5 days of chaos and another 7 days of setup and tear down is worth it. I know it is an inconvenience, but I've probably fielded close to 70 phone calls in the last 2 weeks from people who can't wait to come to Rockland from across this country to see the Mid-Coast, to eat lobster, and be here. And if they're willing to plan their vacations around that to come here, it speaks well for our community. Again, thank you to the city. We hope to see you down on the grounds next week. We will be ready. We have an outstanding crew of individuals from the Baltic facility. I want to put a shout out to those guys because we have 9 guys who are down there every day trying to change their lives. And to be honest, without these 9 guys and the guys who come in and supervise them, it wouldn't get done. And they have been phenomenal for us. If we can get a shout out to Mae Worcester, I know I thank her every year, and Scott Ambridge, he's putting off surgery on his knee, which he already had repaired, which blew up on him, and he's hauling around. And we've got our chauffeur Aaron over here who gets him around in a golf cart. So for what they do to make this work for us is phenomenal. So again, good luck tonight, ladies. Have fun, smile. Judges aren't that bad. Okay. We'll see you next week on the grounds, and again, enjoy and welcome to the 69th Obstacle Festival.
Before we go any further, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry, so we're eating, okay? And the first table to go will be our judges' table, okay? Now I'd like to introduce the judges. Matthew Burns.
Thanks, Bill. Sorry. Here, dude. I got it. I jumped the gun. Sorry.
Okay. Matthew Burns works at Camden National Bank in Damascotta. He's working as a customer service representative. Matthew Burns. Kathleen LeBrie. She is the owner-operator of Eclipse Restaurant and the Speakeasy, as well as the Garden Island Laundromat and Tanning. And I'm going to tell you something about Kathleen. Please stand up. Now, last year, the night of the coronation, we have a banquet, and it is just for the town officials, dignitaries, the girls, and the escorts. We have it from 6 o'clock, and we all march over to the main stage afterwards. Last year, Kathleen donated the whole thing to us. restaurant and her staff and the community restaurants have made us prime ribs, all kinds of goodies for this year's banquet. We have a fabulous community. Paul McFarland is the general manager of O'Hara's Corporation, and he's been with us for 40 years. And when I say community support, O'Hara's, now I've been in this 30 years this year, O'Hara's has always sponsored a Sea Princess. This year, when I was reading through all the sponsors and everything, I noticed that their name was not on the list. So I thought this is going to probably be my only chance to say thank you so much for all your support over these years and have you be a judge.
Oh, very
William Billy Smith, a Rockland for the city of Rockland and a volunteer firefighter for the town of Rockport. He has been our town jester, and he's good. Rebecca Thompson, who was also a 2010 Sea Princess, is now 2016 Mrs. Bruce Head. She'll be vying for the title of Mrs. Maine America in May of 2017. Good luck. Okay, now we're getting down to business. These are the rules. Our 2015 Sea Goddess, Jackie Thorpe Johnson, is our timekeeper. The judges will rotate and have 3 minutes to question each princess. If the timer rings before the judge has finished, has finished asking the question, the princess does not need to answer, but she can if she wishes. If the timer rings while she's answering, she needs to finish the question. Charlotte Ruth Strong Ames of Thomaston is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She is the daughter of David Ames and Tiffany Strong. For the first 11 years of her life, Charlotte grew up on Matinicus Island, and she began learning the lobster trade from her father when she was 10 years old. To this day, she has a deep passion for being on the ocean and learning. While attending Oceanside High School, she was a member of the cheerleading team, the tennis team, Key Club, National Honor Society, the Drama Club, and Project Graduation. Her hobbies include cheerleading, photography, lobstering, fishing, and reading. She is employed as a sternman aboard the fishing vessel Lobster. Her future plans are to attend Husson University in Bangor, Maine. Charlotte sponsors a night marine service of Rockland and MKM Island Lobster Incorporated of Matinicus. Please welcome Charlotte Ruth Strong Ames.
Missing in action soldiers. Thank you.
Hey there.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Is it on?
There you go.
Okay. What kinds of projects and services has the Maine Lobster Festival donated to the community?
So there's been a lot of stuff. One of the things is scholarships. I got one this year, which I was really thankful for. They've donated a new ambulance, a new fire truck to the community. They've donated over $80,000 to Merrill Park, I believe. They've put up new fencing at Harbor Park. And yeah, that's what I
Very
can
good.
think of.
Very good.
Carolyn, would you choose world peace or a cure for cancer?
I would choose a cure for cancer because I just recently lost my grandfather. So I've been avid about that. My mom and I have been talking about donating to cancer research. So I would definitely find a cure for cancer.
Charlotte, if you were an animal, what animal would you be?
I would be an eagle so I could soar above the beautiful Maine scenery.
Sorry.
Wait just a second. And you can start this over again. This is not going to be fair to the girls. Peyton, would you take Billy's seat as a judge and ask the question? Okay.
Hey Charlotte, what do lobsters eat?
Okay, so lobsters eat starfish, clams, crabs, urchins, and they're safe to eat during a red tide because they're meat eaters and the toxins in the water don't get in their systems.
Thank you. How many days a week can a lobsterman haul traps?
So from June 1st to August 31st, they can only haul 6 days a week, unless there's a storm coming, and that's when they're permitted to move their traps on a Sunday, but the rest of the year they can haul all 7 days.
Charlotte, what are you going to be doing in 10 years?
In 10 years, I hope to be back in the area as either a registered nurse or a nurse practitioner. I haven't decided which route I'm going to take yet, but I want to be back in the area and hopefully living in either Thomaston, Port Platte, or Vinyl Haven, helping with medical services to people in this area.
Rockland has a rich maritime history and heritage. Can you name 3 of the industries?
So there is granite quarrying, there's commercial fishing, there's shipbuilding, and there's lime kiln and processing. And that's time.
Molly Tobin of Owl's Head is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She is the daughter of James and Jana Tobin. Growing up, she and her mom would go down to the Maine Lobster Festival and eat some fried dough and cheer on the Sea Princesses on Coronation night. She has also been a long-time volunteer at the festival, including being a member of King Neptune's court and painting faces in the children's tent. While attending Oceanside High School, she was a member of the field hockey team, the swim team, Key Club, student government, the theater program, and STEM. Now, somewhere around here, there's a piece of paper that has the explanation for STEM, and I don't know where it is. What is the explanation?
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay. Smart thing. Her hobbies include baking, traveling, hiking, staying involved in the community, and spending time with family and friends. She is employed by the Penobscot Bay YMCA. Her future plans are to attend St. Michael's College in Colchester, Vermont, majoring in biology, and then go on to a dental school. Molly's sponsor is Ship to Shore Lobster Company, an LLC. Please welcome Molly Tobin.
Okay. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
Can you please tell me what an escape vent in a trap is?
An escape vent allows undersized lobster in and out of the trap.
Thank you.
Hey Molly,
Hi.
if you had a lobster boat, what would you name it and why?
Okay, this is probably one of my favorite questions. So a lobsterman usually names their boat after an important person or important woman in their life. So I'm gonna name it after an important male in my life, my cat Rascal. My boat name would be the Little Rascal.
Thank you.
What are some of the challenges and fishing issues the lobstermen are facing today?
The climate change and keeping up with the conservation obligations of Maine.
Molly, if you had a chance to visit any place on the planet, where would that be? Why?
travel a lot of different places. I don't have any spot in particular. I just really enjoy getting to see other cultures and experience different things. And in those experiences, I kind of learn how great our community here is too.
What is a deuce?
A deuce is a 2-pound lobster.
Can you tell me how many pounds Atwood Lobster holds in Sprucehead?
At max capacity, it holds 273,000 pounds.
Thank you.
What is one of the most interesting things that you've learned about your community through this whole experience?
I never really realized how much effort went into the Lobster Festival. I volunteer a lot, but I've never been a part of the whole setup and how much effort goes into the whole year and the process of making it. And it just shows how much community support we have and how amazing it is that so many people can come together to put on an amazing thing, not only for our community, but people from all over the world.
As Sea Goddess, you'd be an ambassador to Rockland. How would you present Rockland to someone who's never been here?
The closer I get to leaving Rockland and going to school, the more I learn to appreciate it. Just recently I had the pleasure of showing my roommate from school around. She's been into Maine but never to Rockland, Maine, and I had a lot of fun just showing her all the fun things there is to do. Like in Rockland or in the Mid-Coast, you'll always find a good time and good food.
Molly, who was the most influential person in your life? Not counting your cat.
Yeah. Besides family, one of the most important people in my life has been Mr. Petrosky. He's a math teacher that just retired at our school, and not only has he had a huge influence on my time at the school, he's had a huge influence on the entire school. It's a great loss to lose him in the school community, but I'm very thankful that he lasted my entire high school career there. Thank you.
Justice Hope Barrows of Camden is a 2016 graduate of Madomic Valley High School. She's the daughter of Wayne Barrows. Adopted into a Mid-Coast Maine family at the age of 6, Justice grew up with 9 siblings and found her passion in playing basketball. At Madomic Valley High School, she played for the varsity girls basketball team and was a member of various clubs, putting her creativity to work. Her hobbies include playing and coaching basketball, dancing, and spending time with family and friends. Her future plans are to study criminal justice and psychology at Thomas College in Waterville, Maine. Her hope is to become a successful lawyer one day. Justice's sponsors are EES Consulting of Camden, Just Friends Hair Design of Rockland, Bennis Marine Transport, and Coastal Builders, both of Friendship. Please welcome Justice Hope Barrows.
I have to adjust this quite a bit. Hi.
Hi, Justice. Can you tell me who your favorite Disney princess is and why?
Well, personally, I have a thing for Belle. Like, she's not the prettiest princess maybe, but she's intelligent. I think that trumps all. And she went with a guy that wasn't exactly the cutest, but he ended up being cute in the end.
Thank you.
Hey, Justice.
Hey, baby.
Can you tell me a little bit about how having 9 siblings has shaped you as you've been growing up?
Well, I learned how to make my showers really short. But also I really found out how to be truly myself as an individual, because with 9 other siblings you are competing. Maybe some of you know how it is. But I feel like I am a strong person because I've seen the ups and downs of decisions that can be made, and I know where I want to be. I'm a strong person because of it.
conservation efforts Maine has in place regarding lobsters?
Well, when there was a whale issue of the right whale, lobstermen had to use, well, they still have to use, but it was because they had to use float rope, which now makes it easier not to tangle on other people's. But they also have to make sure the lobster is the right size and also see if there's a V-notch. So if there's a V-notch, you have to throw the lobster back, or if it's 3 1/4 to 5 from the eye to the end, right before the tail, I forgot the name of it, you have to also throw it back.
Justice, what do you think about LeBron beating Stephen in the NBA Finals?
Good question. Well, you all can say I'm on the bandwagon, but it's Steph Curry all the way. I don't know, I think the game was rigged.
What accomplishments are you most proud of and why?
Accomplishments. Well, I graduated high school. I know some people might not say that's quite the accomplishment, but it's a lot of schoolwork, and so that's a big accomplishment. And I'm going to college. I see that as an accomplishment that is going to be made. So that is mine.
Can you tell me, I was going to say, Saved by the Bell. What do you think the biggest challenge is in terms of young people and what they face today?
I have this one in the bag. I'm sorry. It's social media. Teens don't know how to use it. And as a teen, maybe I don't know how to use it, but people are facing problems every day about posting things they shouldn't, or really anything, jobs. People look at your social media. It's part of showing who you are. So I don't think young adults quite see that yet.
Yeah, it's time.
Thank you.
Abigail Page Lacasse of Rockland is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She is the daughter of Robert and Suzanne Lacasse. Growing up, she and her family looked forward to the Maine Lobster Festival every year, and their favorite event was always the Coronation. This has been a fun one. While attending Oceanside High School, Abigail was a member of the Student Government Key Club, Project Graduation, the Prom Committee, and the varsity lacrosse team. She also performed in the school's musicals and one-act plays. Her hobbies include hiking, playing lacrosse, paddleboarding, and spending time at the beach. Her future plans are to study nutrition and nursing at the University of New Hampshire. She is employed as a waitress at the Broken Egg. Abigail's sponsor is Fuller Chevrolet GMC Incorporated of Rockland. Please welcome Abigail Page Lacasse.
Hi, Abby.
Hi.
Can you tell me who your greatest inspiration is?
My greatest inspiration is my sister, and I'm not saying that because she's in the room. But growing up with her, she's always been a role model to me, and she's always excelled in everything that she's done, and that's what's made me strive to be who I am today.
Thank you. Hi, Abby. Can you name 3 of the lighthouses that we have here in Knox County?
Yes. In Owl's Head, we have the Owl's Head Light, obviously. Rockland Breakwater, Marshall Point Light, which is in Port Clyde, and we also have Curtis Island Light, which is in Camden.
Great, thank you.
Ellen, whether or not you win, what's been your greatest learning experience from doing this?
Honestly, coming into this, I didn't know about the lobstering industry, and after seeing Atwoods and being with girls who have lobstered themselves, I think that's what I've learned most, and what I've enjoyed learning the most.
Abby, when you meet someone for the first time, what is your objective at that first meeting?
My objective, I guess I would ask what their name is and how they're doing. I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
If a young family with kids approach you, what would you talk to them about the Rockland area?
I would talk about first the Rockland Breakwater. That's my favorite thing to do. Going to Crescent Beach or Crockett Beach. Also Magic Museum or the Children's Museum.
Can you tell me what the happiest experience of your life has been thus far?
In all honesty, the happiest experience probably is graduating high school, only because it's just like proves that all my hard work really paid off, because I tried really hard to do as well as I did, and going to college just makes me feel like comforted because everything I did has gotten to me to where I am. So.
What are your plans for the future, Abby?
This fall I plan on going to UNH to study nutrition. Seeing on how I'm liking school, I might continue and do nursing for another year and a half. And then I haven't decided what part of the nutrition field I'd like to be in, whether it's in a hospital or in a gym or in my own practice. But I'd like to come back to Maine and do something with that.
What can you tell me about two of the vessels at the Coast Guard station?
The Abbey Burgess is a buoy tender, and the Thunder Bay is an ice-breaking cutter, and it is 140 feet long.
Sorry about that last question, it wasn't a good one.
It's okay. All questions are good questions. So.
What do you like best about living in mid-coast Maine?
I like that we're just so close to the coast, because the ocean is really what calms me down. Going to the beach when I'm stressed, I like going there and just relaxing, or just being in nature itself, whether it's hiking or at the beach or just being with family and friends outside. I think that's what I enjoy the most.
Sydney Elizabeth Gustafson of Rockland is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She is the daughter of Todd and Megan Gustafson. I've been practicing this name for a month. Sydney considers herself shy and quiet and didn't dream of becoming a princess herself. That is, until she watched the Sea Goddess Coronation. While attending the Maine Lobster Festival with her mom and best friend, she watched the sea princesses walking across the stage and thought to herself, I'm going to be on that stage someday. At Oceanside High School, Sydney was a member of the tennis team, National Honor Society, was involved in the tech theater, and the yearbook committee. Her hobbies include playing tennis, reading, writing, and spending time with her family and friends. She is employed by TJ Maxx. Her future plans are to earn a psychology degree at the University of Maine in Farmington. Sydney's sponsor is Computer Solutions of Rockland. Please welcome Sydney Elizabeth Gustafson.
Hi, Sydney.
Hi.
Can you give me, us judges, 3 words that best describe you?
Probably caring, because when I care about something, I really care about it. I'm probably loyal. I try to stay true to who I am and to my friends and stuff like that. And shy and quiet, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, Sydney.
Hi.
Can you tell me a little bit about Lucy Farnsworth and what she meant to our community?
Lucy Farnsworth was a woman who lived in the community with her family, obviously. And when she died, she left all her entire estate to the city of Rockland to build the Farnsworth Museum in her father's name, and just to help make the community better.
Hi, Sydney. Hi. Perhaps one of the most recognizable images of the Maine coast is the beauty of a sailing sloop. What specific sailing sloop played a large role in the history of Maine lobster fishing in the latter part of the 1800s?
The Friendship sloop, or it's like the Maniscondis. Don't know how to pronounce it.
Sydney, what's your favorite season and why?
I like summer and fall. I like summer because I really enjoy going to the beach and, you know, I don't like being in school, obviously. And but I also like fall because just the colors of, like, the leaves, you know, the red and the oranges and how they all kind of blend together. It looks pretty.
I'm going to be stealing one out of Paul's book. Beauty is skin deep. What does that mean to you?
I think that basically means, you know, it's not just your outer beauty, but also your inner beauty, like how you present yourself and your personality and just who you are as a person.
Can you tell me which lighthouse was featured in the movie Forrest Gump?
Marshall Point.
Can you tell me a little bit about how the Lobster Festival originated?
Okay, so in 1947, the Camden group decided that, or they had an abundance of lobster, they needed to get rid of it because soft shell lobsters aren't really ideal for shipping to, you know, out of state and stuff. So they had decided to hold a festival that featured all-you-can-eat lobster for $1.
Can you tell us about someone in your life that's greatly influenced you?
Probably my mom, just because she's always been there for me, and sorry.
That's a wonderful thing. That's a perfect answer.
So yeah, she's just always been there for me, and she's probably gonna be the person I miss the most going to school. Yeah.
Very good. Couldn't have done a better answer, really.
Thank you.
Cassandra Karen McNichol of Rockland is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She's the daughter of Daniel and Danielle McNichol. Having grown up attending the Maine Lobster Festival every year, Cassandra always felt the Sea Princesses made the festival particularly special. While attending Oceanside High School, she served as the president of the National Honor Society and treasurer of the Key Club. She was a member of the field hockey team, softball team, math team, student government, STEM committee, all-state band, District 3 band, honor choir, and yearbook committee. She served as a life skills peer helper and was a student representative on the school board. She also performed in Oceanside High School's theater program and in one-act plays and musicals. Her hobbies include playing the piano and various percussion instruments, baking, volunteering, and traveling. She is employed by Rite Aid as a pharmacy tech. Her future plans are to attend the University of Maine to major in microbiology, then to continue on to medical school. Cassandra's sponsor is Oral and
Maxillofacial.
Surgeons of Mid-Coast in Belfast, Maine. My brother there. Please welcome Cassandra McNichol.
Hi. Hey, honey, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Can you name 3 artists from the Wyeth family featured at the Farnsworth Art Museum?
Yes, it's NC, Jamie, and Andrew Wyatt.
Thank you.
Hey, Gracie.
Hey.
Can you describe to me what is a lobster pound?
A lobster pound is a wharf adjacent to a cove that's sectioned off where they would keep lobster until their shells were harder or it was a higher market price. Hi.
What would be best about the next year as a reigning sea goddess?
what would be the best thing about being Sea Goddess? I think just representing the community throughout my high school years. I've always tried to be involved in as much as I can. I've really grown to appreciate all that there is, and I've learned so much more even just these past couple weeks. So I'd really just like to represent the community and try and give back to what they've given me throughout the years.
I've been saving this one. If you were the last person on earth who could choose 3 more people to be with you, who would you pick and why?
That's so tough. 3 people? It's hard. Well, I guess I just have 3 people in my family, my immediate family, my mom, my dad, and my sister. I don't know if I have a better answer, sorry. Yeah, it was really dumb.
What is the most photographed lighthouse in the state of Maine?
Marshall Point? Oh no, Portland Lights. Sorry, my bad. Marshall Point was Forrest Gump, but it's the Portland Lighthouse.
Can you tell me where the lobster crate races originated?
Yes, Sprucehead.
If you had a lobster boat, Chrissy, what would you name it?
I just thought of this last minute because Justice helped me a little, but crustaceous, like crustaceous, because I'm Chrissy Andrews, so I guess that would work.
Maine lobster has not always been considered a delicacy. 2 centuries ago, what did Native Americans use it for?
Fertilizer.
Easy one. If you had a choice to live in the country or the city, which would you choose? Why?
I'd say well, it depends at what point in my life. In my upcoming years, I think I'd like to be in a city so I could be in a hospital that just experiences more. I'd really like to learn from that. And then I'd like to come back to the country and rural areas in Maine where I could provide medical services that reflect what I've learned.
What is a lobster called? That's good. What is a lobster called that lost 2 claws?
A pistol.
Lobster boat racing in Maine has gained press recently. Can you tell me give me 3 locations of where the lobster boat races are held?
Friendship here in Rockland and Portland, and they can reach speeds up to 68 miles per hour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lakin Ann Fournier of Sprucehead is 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She is the daughter of Justin and Brenda Fournier. As the daughter of a Maine lobsterman, she has strong ties to Mid-Coast Maine's unique and vibrant culture. While attending Oceanside High School, Lakin was involved in Key Club, the theater program, the cross-country team, and the track team. Her hobbies include going on outdoor adventures, running musical theater, volunteering, and reading. She is employed by McClune's Lobster Shack. Her future plans are to move to New York City to attend Pace University and to one day begin a career as a counselor. Lakin's sponsors are Bean Maine Lobster, Real Day Spa, and the Fishing Vessel Morning Star. Please welcome Lakin Ann Fournier.
Hi, how are you? Can you tell me when National Lobster Day is?
Yes, it is June 15th. If I wanted to go see puffins, Lakin, what area could I go to try to find them? I would go to Matinicus Rock. A lot of puffins out there. You can take little puffin tours out of Fort Clyde too. They're very fun.
I know Trekker has been an important part of your world. What has it meant to you to be a part of that group?
Trekkers has meant, honestly, more to me than I can say. It's really something that it's been with me since 7th grade, and they've just given so much to me as a person, and they've given so much to the community. And I do the leadership program that starts your junior year, and it really is just there to help you have someone to go to in the community. Like all my people who I've connected with at Trekkers, like Dawn Carpenter is amazing, and my program manager, Emily Carver, has been one of the greatest influences on my life. She's taught me so much about how to present myself and
help me figure out where I want to go and help me find my passion in life. So I'm just really grateful to be able to give back to that organization.
Like, when dealing with people, how many chances do they get?
I mean, I always feel that it's really important to give people the benefit of the doubt, but if it really depends on the situation. If someone comes into my life, I'm very open with letting people into my life, but if someone comes into my life and they're going to do something horrible, I feel like it's kind of a one chance type of thing, because people, especially myself, I'm really open with people. I tell people a lot about myself, and I feel that if I'm going to open up to somebody else and give them respect, that I should be given that same respect back, and I would never do anything to make a person give me, like, need to have more than one chance. So I feel like that is all I need to give to others.
How does a lobsterman find his trap?
Well, they use a plotter. Back in the day, it used to just be by memory, but now they have a plotter where they can put in where their trap is and just find it that way. It's kind of like a GPS type of thing.
Can you tell me who your favorite Disney princess is and why?
Yeah, my favorite Disney princess really isn't a princess. She's like a little girl. She's Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I just think that she's adorable, first of all, and I think that she was very true to who she was, and she didn't really care what all the other girls thought of her when they wanted to play dolls, and her doll was kind of scrubby. She was like, this is who I am, and I think that was one of like the best things that I loved about her. And obviously she had an alien for a dog, so that's awesome.
It's time.
Sophie Muriel Hall of Owl's Head is the 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She's the daughter of Jamie and Kelly Hall. Like many kids in Mid-Coast Maine, she grew up attending the Maine Lobster Festival each year and dreaming about walking across the main stage on Coronation night as a sea princess. While attending Oceanside High School, she was a member of the Student Government Unified Spirit Squad, the theater program, National Honor Society, and the yearbook committee. She is also a participant in an 11-day research trip at the Cape Institute in the Bahamas last summer. Her hobbies include hiking on local trails, gymnastics, attempting to cook, spending days at the beach, and especially Crescent Beach, and spending time with family and friends. She is employed by the Landings Restaurant and Trackside Restaurant. Her future plans are to attend Syracuse University to study business and then go on to law school. Sophie's sponsors are the Landing Restaurant, Waterman's Beach Lobster, and George C. Hall and Sons. Please welcome Sophie Muriel Hall.
Hey there.
Hi, Sophie. Can you please give a 30-second commercial about the Maine Lobster Festival?
So I got this question in practice, and I think I stood there for probably 3 whole minutes before I could come up with anything, but like I think I'm ready. If you were to ask me what I'd be doing the first week of August this year, I'd tell you obviously I'm going to be spending every waking moment at the Maine Lobster Festival. It's honestly the greatest thing in Maine. There's so much to do there. You can go to the craft tent and look at all the beautiful artwork created by Maine local artists, and the fudge, that's the best part. And then you can go to the marine tent and view all the beautiful fish and lobster tanks that make up such a beautiful part of our, I said beautiful like 8 times, whatever, our great local community. And then you can go on all the rides. The Ferris wheel takes you right up to the top and you can see everything. And then the food tent, that's the best part at the end. And that's where I'm going to be the first week of August.
Who do you model yourself after?
I think I model myself after my great-grandmother. She's turns 100 in October. I think she's such a level-headed woman, and she's really who I aspire to be.
I was going to ask you what you would say as Rockland's ambassador, but you did such a great job on that commercial. So I'll just ask you, how does someone get a lobster license?
You can get a lobster license by first going through an apprenticeship with a licensed captain, and then you log your hours and you get signed off by Marine Patrol, and then you're on a waiting list until there's a spot opening up in your zone, and then you can get your lobster license.
Of the approximately 10,000 eggs that a female lobster will produce, about how many of those eggs will hatch to become lobsters big enough to harvest?
About 10.
Can you tell me what the most exciting part of this whole experience for you has been?
I think all the tours have been really fun. Like, we toured a lot of different places that have always been in Rockland, but like you don't really get to see too often, especially the Coast Guard. So I think that's been the best part.
Who was Leroy the Lobster?
Leroy the Lobster was a character in Eddie Harriman's book.
Do you think there's intelligent life elsewhere in the universe?
Definitely.
Which three-masted schooner is featured on the back of the Maine State Quarter?
The Victory Chimes.
What is Christina's World?
Christina's World is a painting by Andrew Wyeth of Christina Olson, who was handicapped, lying in a field in front of her house in Cushing, known as the Olson House.
Brianna Marie Price Dugan of St. George is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She's the daughter of Michelle Gamage. Her school activities included varsity basketball, soccer, softball, school plays, Skills USA for 2 years, and competed in the national conference held in Louisville, Kentucky. Life skills, peer helper, Cape research expedition in the National Technical Honor Society. Her hobbies are sports, school plays, drawing, swimming, fishing, hiking, and hanging out with friends and family. Her future plans are to join the United States Navy after high school and attend college to become a nurse. She is currently employed at the Black Harpoon in Port Clyde and Miller's Lobster Company of Spruce Head. Brianna sponsors the Glen Cove Dental Associates, PA, and Midnight Auto. Please welcome Brianna Marie Price Dugan.
Hi, Brianna.
Hi.
I was going to ask what were your future plans, but your bio summed it up. So can you sell me this pen?
Just kidding. Let's see.
It's blue.
Can you write your name in that pen?
I don't have a pen.
Oh, I have it. Can you write your name with this pen? Can you write your name with that pen in black ink? Black ink.
It is black ink.
Can you write it in blue ink?
No.
That's why I give you this pen.
Thank you. Sold.
Brianna, if you were to be in isolation for 1 year, what would you want to occupy your mind? No cell phones, no internet.
I would want to spend most of my time reading and drawing. I think that I don't do either of those enough, and I consider myself a good artist, so I think I would work on my skills.
What was your favorite class and why?
My favorite class was the medical science class I took at the vocational school in Rockland. I really needed to decide what I wanted to do after high school, and so I took a chance and went to the vocational school, and then that's where my spark of interest was in nursing. And I attended a lot of field trips through the hospital. I did job shadowing, and everything just kind of started at the vocational school. So.
Hey, Bree.
Hi.
Why did you decide to join the Navy out of high school?
I wanted to do the Navy. The biggest reason was because attending college, they pay for everything, and that college can be very expensive. And so I thought that was the smartest financially thing I could do. And then also because I really just wanted to travel and meet new people, and the opportunity was there, so I took it.
What do you think is the most important ability a sea goddess should have?
I think the most important ability is being able to present yourself in a confident way and with poise, even when you're not doing the Sea Goddess stuff. And the Lobster Festival, I think you're always being watched, so you never know who you're going to run into. So I think that even on and off the stage, you need to present yourself in a professional way.
What has been your happiest experience in life?
Being sworn into the United States Navy.
Yeah, other than your family, who would you choose to live with? That can be a living person or a dead one. Alive.
Other than family?
Let's see.
How many? How many people? Just one? Oh my gosh. I would have to pick my art teacher, Sylvia Percy, just because we both get along very well, and we both have the same interests. We find the same things funny. We just are the same person, pretty much. Thank you.
Adriana Elaine Eames of North Haven is a 2016 graduate of North Haven Community School. She is the daughter of Charles Williams and the late Marina Eames. The Sea Goddess pageant is a bit of a tradition in Adriana's family. Her mother was a sea princess in the 80s, and her grandmother, Elaine Ames Brown, crowned Sea Goddess in 1967, who's with us this evening right here. Now it's her turn. In high school, Adriana served as the president of her student council, was a member of the rowing team, the French club, and the basketball team. She was a school ambassador to Gift School, St. John, United States Virgin Islands. She has also been a member of the Girl Scouts for 13 years. Her hobbies include singing, songwriting, playing guitar, keyboarding, fishing, traveling, four-wheeling, and going to the gym. She's also going to play taps for us the night of Coronation. She is employed by the Calderwood Hall restaurant, is a stern person on the FV locomotion, and mows lawns for JB Land Improvements. Her future plans are to attend Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. In August 2016, to study music and business. Adriana's sponsors are Penobscot Island Air of South Thomaston, J.O. Brown & Son Incorporated, J.B. Land Improvements Incorporated, both of North Haven, and the fishing vessel Storm Warning of Owl's Head and Best Rate Towing of Rockland. Please welcome Adriana Elaine Eames.
Hi, Adriana.
Hold on, sorry. Hello.
So you're a big singer.
I am.
What is your favorite song to sing in Milwaukee?
Ooh. I really like an original that I actually wrote, and it's called Hold On, and I wrote it for a girl who I had never met before, but she reached out to me on Facebook because she found me on YouTube, and she's from Maine, and she told me, that my music had really helped her through a lot of things, and so we got talking, and she told me about, she's younger than me, and she told me she was just going into high school, and there were these two girls who were constantly bullying her and constantly picking on her to the point where she didn't want to go to school, and she was contemplating taking her own life. And she didn't have a very good situation at home, so she felt like she didn't really have anyone. And so one night I decided I would write her a song, and so we would talk just about every night on Facebook. And that night I wasn't talking to her because I was busy working on the song and writing it. and recording it to put on YouTube for her. And so I messaged her on Facebook when I was all ready, and she told me that she was really, really close to taking her own life, and that she really needed my help. And just, you know, by fate, that was the night that I wrote her that song, and I sent it to her. And I like to believe that it saved her. And she's been doing a lot better, so that's my favorite song to sing.
Very nice. What's the greatest threat to our country right now?
Oh, I would say right now, well, global warming definitely is a huge threat. But right now, I think terrorism is a huge thing. It's a big threat. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Can anyone go lobstering commercially?
No. Well, if you have a license, yes. But until you get a license, no.
Can you tell me a little bit about how growing up on an island has shaped you as a person?
Definitely. It's such a small community, and everybody's always watching you. Everybody knows you. So I think it's shaped me in a way that I know how to make good decisions and know that there are always people watching me. People who will tell my grandmother if I'm doing something I shouldn't. And so that's definitely helped me a lot to better myself as a person and make my own decisions. And if I don't know what I'm doing, somebody else always does. So that's good.
Can you tell us what you think has helped you move through some of the hurdles that you've encountered in your life?
Sure. When I was 4, my mom passed away. And sorry, I'm just like loading it on you. When I was 4, my mom passed away. And so doing things that are challenging for me or going through a time that's challenging for me, I just feel like she's there with me even though she's not, you know, physically present. I feel like she's always there watching over me and helping me get through everything that I need to get through.
Michaela Lauren Wright of Owl's Head is a 2016 graduate of Oceanside High School. She's the daughter of Rick and Carol Wright. Michaela's involvement in the Mid-Coast Maine community runs deep. She is a member of the Bay Winds North Wind Ensemble, volunteers at Laura Libby School in her free time. Gosh, doesn't that sound like fun having free time? Okay. She was also named valedictorian of her class. During her high school career, Michaela was a member of the field hockey, indoor track, outdoor track, math teams, and the school's pit band. Her hobbies include playing the piano and flute, reading and writing. She is employed by Hannaford and Rockland. Her future plans are to study elementary education at the University of Maine at Farmington. Michaela's sponsors are Judges Banquet, EBS Building Supplies, Computer Casualties, and Seagull Cottage, all of Rockland. Remax Jarrett McCoyne of Camden, Cake Store in South Thomaston, and the Owl's Head Store. Please welcome Michaela Lauren Wright.
Hi, Michaela. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Not too bad. What year did the festival expand from 1 to 2 days?
1948.
Thank you.
They say that sometimes dreams come true. If you had a dream that you would like to come true, what would it be?
I would say just becoming a teacher and coming back to this area and teaching here and helping give back to the community and help the children in this community that will grow up to make it such a good place as it is now.
As an ambassador for Rockland, what would you tell someone who's never been here?
I would just say that it's a really great community. Everybody's very close. There's beautiful nature that you can experience all the time and just a really cool place to live.
Can
Can you tell me a little bit about the conservation efforts that have been put in place in the lobster industry?
Yes. If you catch a lobster that is too small or too big, you have to throw it back. The small ones need to finish developing. And lobsters will mate with other lobsters that are their same size. So by throwing back the larger ones, you can create a population of larger lobsters. And also throwing back buried and being-notched lobsters will help to keep the reproduction going.
Can you give us 3 words that describe you best?
I would say hardworking because I always try my best at everything, school and sports and everything that I do. Kind because I always try to look out for everybody and make sure everybody's okay and be nice to everybody. And cheerful, I guess, because I always try to have a positive attitude about things.
How often does a lobster shed its shell?
4 to 5 times a year.
If you had a chance to visit any place on the planet, where would you go?
I would probably say England because I really love the Beatles and I think it would be really cool to see like where they came from and stuff like that.
Why would you be a great choice to be the Sea Goddess this year?
I really love this community and it's given so much to me and I think it would be really great to represent it and give back to the community.
Could you name 3 of the windjammers that we have here in Rockland?
This is the Victory Chimes, the Schooner American Eagle, and J&E Riggins.
Can you tell us what islands you can take the ferry to?
North Haven, Vinyl Haven, Islesboro, and Matinicus.
What is a lobster called that does not have 2 claws?
A pistol.
What is or has been your biggest challenge in life, and how did you handle it?
I think probably people trying, like when I tell people I want to be a teacher and they're like, oh, you're the valedictorian, you could do anything, why would you do that? So it's been hard for me to like not let them influence me and just keep going with what I know I want to do.
Peyton Elise Fiener of Rockland is a 2013 graduate of Wayfinder School. She is the daughter of Sean and Lisa Stanley Pierce. In high school, her favorite activities were whitewater rafting and rock climbing. She was also the 2013 DAR Good Citizen recipient. Today, her hobbies include playing the drums, acting, and skating. Peyton is passionate about music and plays the drums in her band, Drive By Todd. She also skated with the Rock Coast Rollers. Peyton has acted in and directed several PSAs for local organizations about substance abuse, self-harm, and self-image. She is employed by Good Turn Natural Food Co-op and Cafe. Her future plans are to become a well-known musician, actor, and bartender. Peyton sponsors at the FD Daystar, Good Turn Co-op, Abundant Help Acupuncture, Souls Orchard, Spirit of Sound Records, Patricia McLean Children's Photography, Swan Restoration, Jody Cooper's Be Wise Dining Kits, Patricia Stanley, and Robert G. Schneider. Please welcome Peyton Elise Fiener.
Hi. Sorry, I'm not used to walking in heels. Hi, Billy.
He's back.
What do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
Playing the drums and making new songs with my band.
Rock Coast Rollers. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
It's awesome. I never knew how to skate before, and now I'm like super confident in that and other things. And we do a lot of volunteer work too, so that's pretty fun.
Can you tell us about someone in your life that's greatly influenced you?
My mom, because she's pretty cool. And And she's always, even though I never had much money growing up, she always made my life so much fun, and we did so many activities together.
If you could travel back in time, where and why? And when?
November 23rd, I think it was 91, to see Freddie Mercury before he died.
Can you tell me who your favorite Disney princess is? And
Yes,
why?
I was hoping you'd get this question. Ariel, because she's a mermaid, and I've always felt like I was part mermaid. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure I am part mermaid. And that's why one of the reasons why I want to be sea princess. And yeah, and she was really brave and all that good stuff. She could talk to animals.
Can you tell us 3 words that best describe yourself?
Caring, outgoing, and creative.
What do you like best about living here in Mid-Coast, Maine?
Oh my gosh. Well, especially working at the co-op, there's lots of members, and I remember like all their names, and they're really nice. But we have such a good community of people here, and it's like not too rural, and not too like urban or whatever. So it's like just enough of the amounts. Like, and there's ocean. I hate dry places.
How are lobster fishing districts broken up?
Into 7 different zones, and Zone D is the one we're in, and that's from Stonington to New Harbor and most of Penobscot Bay.
What are 3 of the local parks and beaches that we have in the Rockland Midcoast area?
Birch Point Beach State Park, Snow Marine Park. I don't know if Harbor Park is one of them, but that's where the Lobster Festival is held. And Baird's Cove in Camden and Camden Hill State Park. Yeah.
Can you tell us how often a lobster sheds its shell?
4 to 5 times a year.
If you were an animal, what animal would it be and why?
A cat. Because they're so fluffy and cute, and I love attention. I know it's so awful to say. And I love just going home and cuddling with my boyfriend and him like massaging my back and stuff like that.
Where are you going to be in 10 years?
I'm going to be super, super famous and rich. And what I'm going to do with my money, though, I have this plan. It's called Paytopia now. And it's like a big farm for all types of animals, anywhere from a spider to a fish to a giraffe, and we can save them. And we can have this adoption program and insurance for animals for people who can't afford regular animal insurance. So, yeah.
That's time.
Winona Faye Harvey of Waldoboro is a 2016 homeschooled graduate. She's the daughter of Yancy Harvey and Sarah LeBright. Having grown up in Midcoast, Maine, Winona developed a deep love for the community and sees it as an honor to represent the Midcoast, Maine as Sea Princess at the Maine Lobster Festival. In high school, she played volleyball and recently served as the captain of the volleyball team at the South Liberty Baptist Academy. She is employed at Dunkin' Donuts. Her future plans are to attend beauty school at the Avita Institute, Maine, a Capello school in Augusta. She plans to earn her cosmetology license and then work her way towards owning her own salon one day. Winona's sponsor is Loose Transportation. Winona Faye Harvey.
Hi.
Hello, Winona. I've heard that you've been really excited about this question, so can you
You
please
have no idea. I'm ready.
give a 30-second commercial for the Maine Lobster Festival?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come on down to the 69th Annual Lobster Festival in yours truly, Rockland, Maine. There will you not only find some of the nicest people and tourists and volunteers, but also experience some of the world's greatest lobster. Come ride all the rides, play all the games, see the Sea Princess Coronation, a lifetime experience you will never forget. Come one, come all. I'll be here all week.
Tell us a little bit about the homeschool
super early. I got to do school in my pajamas, which was also a plus. It also it didn't really limit me to doing a lot of things. Like I was able to, do certain activities and, do school later on. Obviously, I graduated, so it's not like I just didn't do school. And it was just a overall really great experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It definitely helped me establish really great relationships with my siblings because they were my classmates. And overall, I would definitely not trade it for anything in the world.
Spectator sport. What do you think would be the best part about being the reigning Sea Goddess for the next year?
I think the best thing about being Sea Goddess would just be, I don't know, just talking to people and getting to know them and just really representing the Mid-Coast area. I love Maine so much, I can never imagine myself moving out of state. And I just think that, getting to know people and advertising for this great community that I call home would just be such an honor.
Can you tell me who our 2 U.S. senators are in Maine?
Our 2 U.S. senators are Susan Collins and Angus King.
Thank you.
What has been your greatest experience throughout the Sea Goddess competition process?
My greatest experience, I would definitely have to say, is making 2 new friends that, Justice has always been my friend, but Adriana and Peyton, I've just really gotten to know them through this whole experience, and I know it's going to be lifelong friendships that are always going to last, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
If there was one thing that you could change about the Mid-Coast community, what would it be and why?
If I could change one thing, it would probably have to be just more activities, more things for people to go out and do, like bigger, I know Maine is our #1 industry is tourism, but I feel like if we had just more events and whatnot going on, I feel like it would really bring our community closer together.
That's done.
Thank you.
Well, this concludes our interviews with the girls, but before we close, I'd like to bring Doug and David Mills up. They have been my photographers for probably 6 years. And I'd like to say thank you very much for all that they do for us. Everything that you see up here on the screen, they go to every event, they make all these recordings and give it all to the girls. Excuse me. And give all the photographs, videos, and everything to the girls for keepsakes. Okay, so thank you very much. And they're on the internet, and you can see everything the girls go through, just like the girls will receive them. So thank you. That's it for this evening. I'd like to say thank you so very much for coming out and supporting the girls and having a good dinner. And especially for all of our Sea Goddesses and Crown Princesses that returned. It's really quite a little organization. Thank you very, very much.
Just one second. We need to thank Sharon so much for everything that she does. This is her 30th year, and she's just the greatest person. So a huge round of applause for Sharon.